Hello and welcome to Give and Take, the positives in life. And today's topic is Absolutely Green. And to introduce Absolutely Green, we have a wonderful guest who will tell us who she is and all about Absolutely Green. Absolutely Green.
Correct. Hi.
It's absolutely green.
I know. Well, it is absolutely
It's
green.
absolutely green.
I'm
Yes.
Karen Halo. I'm the owner and founder of Absolute Green.
Great. So tell us about these wonderful array of colorful products that you have here.
Well, do you want to hear how I began the company?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
See, that's where absolutely comes in. Okay. I have sensitivity to chemicals.
Okay.
Things like air fresheners, different kinds of cleaners, they tend to get stuck in my throat. And there was probably about 8 or 10 years ago, I was doing a home improvement, and I've got sheetrock and carpeting and all this stuff that normal people put in their house when you redo your house, and stain and varnish. And I was able to tolerate that, but when it came to the cleaning products, it just overwhelmed my immune system, and I ended up having an asthma attack in my own house. Now, I was angry because you're not supposed to get asthma in your house,
Right.
and which is your nest.
That's right.
So
Your sacred space.
I had to go. It is my sacred space. So I had to go to the hospital and get an inhalation treatment. And I came home that night, and I had started these years earlier in college, and said, that's it. I don't trust anything.
Good.
I want to take care of my health. And if I got sick, who else is sick also, but sort of didn't have the voice to step up and do something about it.
Right.
So that's how this began.
Very good. So this is, to have that experience and then to actually say, I need to do something about this. Could you just take us through the steps of how you began from the beginning all the way through?
Okay. So my interest in this, like how I started?
like how you started. You spoke about how, which is a good thing, that you actually had an adverse reaction to cleaning products, and so you said, I don't want to experience this again, so I'm going to do something about this.
Okay. So when I was in college, I worked in a health food store.
Oh, okay.
So it was in between, I think, my summer before freshman year, through freshman year, and probably into sophomore year. I was a fruit juice smoothie girl.
Okay.
So I can't say the lines were forming up down the aisle for the fruit juice smoothies.
No.
So I would wander up and down the aisles, and I just started getting interested in a lot of things: essential oils, reading. I had a lot of downtime.
Okay.
So you just never know, like today, where you're sitting, what you're going to need from your toolkit 20 years from now.
Exactly.
And this was just one of those things that was in my toolkit. And I had started just making little concoctions at home and trying to figure some things out. But as life went on, I progressed into, the jobs and moving up the corporate ladder, and put it on the side and started buying mainstream products.
Okay. All right. Lovely.
So I actually could say that I opened up my toolkit again, and that's where I started this again.
Okay. So now, where did you start? Did you start with all of the lines, or did you start with one specific line first?
I started with the cleaning products.
Okay.
Because that's what really got me sick in the first place.
Okay.
So I started with that because I wanted to, obviously keep myself healthy, but I figured people are more apt to use it. It's a personal thing, believe it or not. When you're spraying and you're inhaling it and you're getting it on your skin, it's a very personal interaction, and I don't think people really understand that when they use a product, just how you bring yourself into it.
You do, actually, because it's all about the body chemistry and how it reacts to certain stimulus.
Correct.
And so everybody reacts differently. I know I had an adverse reaction to my environment, and I had to change the environment because it was so severe. Whereas but I'm glad for that. I'm glad for that sensitivity, as I'm sure that you are, because look what came from it. So I appreciate being sensitive, because if I wasn't, it could have gone on for longer, and I could have got even more severely sick. Like, a lot of people are walking around sick and they have no idea why. But you, straight away, you knew what it was. You're saying, it's nothing to do with my sacred space here. It's something to do with the products that I've used. So I'm going to do something about it. So that's good. I mean, people really have to look into what is causing their illnesses. And a lot of the times now, it's like, The doctors can't even, they can't find out what it is that's wrong. So you have to be your own doctor. You have to do the research to find. I had to do my own research to find out why I was sick. Up to now, nobody has diagnosed me as to what was going on. So you have to sort of, take care of the self, which you did.
Be your own personal advocate.
You have to be. You really, I see the importance of that. So now you did the cleaning products. How has that changed your, your sensitivity? And is it
So much better. First
Good.
off, you don't need, growing up, you would look at a product and the back of it would say use in a ventilated area, and it was for your shower. Now, I don't know
Right.
how many of you actually have ventilated shower space. That was something to me that was alarming. Now I can just use them anywhere. You don't need to have a window open. You don't need to wear gloves or a mask. I mean, everything's safe for your skin. The
Right.
pH levels are correct.
excellent?
And
So there was a real attention to detail.
Sure.
Excellent, excellent. So just tell us what you have along the lines of the cleaning products. Which ones
Okay.
do you have?
Well, I have lemon because everybody loves lemon.
Mm-hmm.
It cuts grease. It is a very energetic smell. So it's actually, when you're using it, you can also, let me take a step back. I also wanted products that were fun to use because
Okay.
let's face it, cleaning, not really.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned cleaning and I hear the crickets from some people. And so I wanted something that you could actually benefit from.
Sure.
So when you're spraying lemon, it actually puts you into like an energetic kind of zen
Oh,
zone.
nice, nice.
I don't know which one's peppermint here.
That's the lavender.
This one's peppermint.
Yes.
So as we know, peppermint's very sanitizing. The
Yes.
smell of it, dentist offices, different types of things. It's also another energetic smell.
Right.
And the last one I did, I went to a spa.
Right.
And I couldn't stay the extra day or afford the time off because who can?
Right.
So I replicated my spa trip in the bottle. So when I spray it around my house, I get that feeling I'm at a spa without having to travel,
Nice.
and also relaxing.
It's funny because how I came across your products was I was looking for something more non-toxic because I started to slowly move before. Now I'm really moving into that area of my dishwashing liquid. Hopefully you'll do that next.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. Dishwashing liquid, my hand soap. So I'm moving more into having environmentally friendly products in my home. And I've been using your products for quite a couple of years now. I believe I've been using them, and I'm very pleased. And I see how you're expanding your lines.
That's getting there.
And I saw that you have the wood treatment. I just bought one of those, and I use that on my furniture.
Yeah.
So it's great, and your sprays. I love the ginger spice spray.
Yeah, I don't know. I left it in the car, and that was
That's
what I was going to bring you.
That's okay.
But I'll get to one.
And then also you have the spray for the skin against the
DEET-free,
right.
DEET-free bug repellent. That's another thing too. I don't know. Do you know about DEET? Or
Yes,
kind
I do
of,
know about
okay,
it.
so
But please, share that.
They use DEET in the military.
Right.
So they're out in the Guadalcanal and they're spraying DEET, and they're in the trenches, and they basically, you're at war. They're putting something on your skin. They're trying to get these guys to not get bitten. But now that we use DEET in different things, DEET actually melts plastic. If you've ever seen like a fisherman's toolbox, you'll see that it snaps fishing line. You'll see sometimes their sunglasses, the end of it looks like somebody chewed it and melted it.
Yes.
It's because they got DEET on it.
Oh, wow.
And actually, there's a well-known product all over the world, and it has a warning to not spray it on your clothes. You can spray it liberally all over your skin, but you can't spray it on your clothes because it melts polyester. But you can spray it on your skin. So I had a really hard time wrapping myself around something that could melt polyester that I'm supposed to be bathing in from head to toe and sleeping in at night. So I made something that's a combination of a bunch of essential oils that are all the main insect repellents.
Right, okay.
Along with witch hazel, which is good for your skin.
Very, very good. So the linen spray, those are the only two fragrances that you have.
I have three.
Oh, three,
There's
okay.
a geranium sage because I don't really like
orange.
floral. I make them, so it's going to be about things I like. I don't really like really sweet floral smells, so I did a geranium with a sage because the sage takes that sweet geranium like 2 steps backwards a little bit and sort of neutralizes that sweetness.
Right.
And sage is just cool because people sage their houses. And
Yes.
it's got like this really, I call it, American Indian kind of sage feel to it. And then I've got a mandarin.
Mandarin, right.
Because once again, that energetic orange. And I've got lavender. And I make lavender in like a utility size because most people love lavender and they just spray it a lot more liberally.
Oh, okay, okay.
The others are kind of like a more boutique-y smell. And so that went against a major household company all over the world, I think, at this point, that you spray on your sheets, towels, linens. You'll see it in every store.
Okay.
And I can't use it.
Okay.
Because it's got phthalates, synthetic artificial scents, and all those things that just make me feel anxious and not well.
Now, when we was having a conversation, was you talking to me about when they say like FDA approved or whatever, what the requirements are for that?
And certain things, I don't need to be FDA approved for what I do because I'm not really, like, this whole product isn't going directly on your skin. It's not going in your mouth, you're not ingesting it. But I have certifications between Whole Foods and Green Seal.
Right.
And what they did is they took every ingredient. Green Seal is a third-party authorization company of engineers and chemists. And they look at all your ingredients, and then they sat down with Whole Foods, and Whole Foods says, well, we're not going to let these ingredients in our store, and we're going to create a rating scale. So I ended up being the top-tier green rating scale, which is like off the charts. And I'm one of the few small companies in the country that actually has that rating, which for us was like,
fantastic. Yeah, good for you.
But that was my goal.
Good for you.
Thanks.
You know, I've talked about your products with some people and they knew about it.
Oh, they
so
did?
Like,
Cool.
yes,
I love when that happens.
I said, you know what's really good? Acid green. They said, yeah, I know about that. That is good. So, and I've seen it in stores. Could you talk about what stores that they could?
Okay, well, in this area, I'm from Central Jersey.
Okay.
A cross I have to bear. But anyway, I'm in this area, Whole Foods, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, all the stores. I go all the way up from Wall, New Jersey to, I think, Albany or Buffalo, New York. So I'm in all the stores.
Very good.
Maybe not all the products, but they might take one for a store or two or three or four. So you'd have to check your individual store.
Right, I saw it in Marshalls. Remember I spoke to you about that?
Okay, and then this year I got into TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods.
Okay,
and,
good.
They kind of put products out randomly because that's their
Yeah, they
it's a
do.
treasure
They have
hunt.
like it is a treasure hunt.
So if you don't want a treasure hunt, you go to Whole Foods. If you want a treasure hunt, go try the other place.
And better off, it is the right time to now talk about your website if you want to share.
Okay,
what that
and
is.
I have a website, and there's also educational information.
Okay.
I'm what they call a lead AP.
Okay.
So when I got sick, I went to school to find out, to specialize in indoor air quality and what was happening and why people get sick and what certain chemicals, they call them volatile organic compounds, when certain chemicals react with the air, it creates, like when you paint, you get all that after smell.
Yeah.
And my goal was not to have all that, just to have a scent and not create this chemical disaster.
Right.
So I went to school to learn about it, and I'm what they call a lead AP.
And AP means?
Well, it's leadership in energy and environmental design, and AP is just like a level that you have. I did it probably about 8 or 10 years ago, kind of before everybody got really green.
Okay, so now if someone wanted to buy your products or contact you, where would they?
Well, the website's called myabsolutegreen.com.
Okay.
Amazon, call us, we'll find you.
And your phone number?
Phone number is 800-596-0766.
Very good, very good. So now, share a little bit about, because we was talking about something to do with something else that inspired you in regards to the products. Yeah.
I guess another thing that inspired me is I love pets. I love all animals.
Okay.
And I have a Siamese cat, so I can't say that it's not tested on animals, because if he doesn't like it, we don't make it. So I'll put it out, spray the counter, and if he goes, we don't make it. So he likes everything that's here. So and Siamese cats are, they're pretty standoffish. So if he doesn't like it, like I said, we don't make it. It was also important for me to get PETA endorsed and approved because I do love animals, and I never want to. On my watch, there's two things I couldn't put my head down at night about. One would be somebody would get sick, and a pet would get sick.
Okay, very good. So, just what would you tell somebody who was considering doing something like this, if you just want to just walk them through
What,
the
start a
steps?
company?
Yeah.
Okay, sleep now because you're never going to get any. So as much sleep as you can possibly get. You really have to be behind it because it's a lot of hours. It's a lot of, I missed parties, I missed things, I was filling bottles by hand when I started. I was doing farmers markets. I was sitting out in parking lots. It was 104 degrees in July. You know, that little shady tent?
Yes.
You think it's shady, it's really hot. You really just have to be behind it. You know, watch your pennies. It's going to take everything that you have and every kind of, I did it very prudently. And I maybe could have ramped up a lot sooner if I had taken out loans and this and that, but I said I wanted to stay within my means. So
Very
that's
good.
important too. Don't get the big rental property if you're only
Right.
selling 2 bottles a month. Like,
Right.
just be, you know, cautious.
Very good. So how long have you been doing this now?
I think I'm in around 8 years. I think I got the website and my name about 8 years, and then I kind of spent a lot of time in development and wanted to make sure that everything was safe. And then I got certifications, and then I went to 1 Whole Foods, and they tried me in 2, and then 3, and now I'm in like 34, 35 Whole Foods, I think,
That's fantastic.
at last count.
Excellent.
And, you know, and you just grow, and I'm doing it at maybe a little more gradual, but it's comfortable, and we're able to, you know, move and grow with what's in front of us.
And it's very reasonable. It's not like some of these products are just, you know, because they're so-called better for you, they charge better, bigger prices. And it's very reasonably priced.
I try to, I'm maybe not the cheapest person on the shelf because we're not making a bazillion bottles, and I don't have 3 bottling plants and, you know, 4 different countries. But, you know, we're a little plant. I have 2 filling machines, and, you know, considering where we started, that's pretty amazing.
If I bought it, it's reasonable.
Yeah, okay. You're trying to tell us you're cheap.
Yeah, no, at least reasonable. No, you try to sort of make it value.
Value is important.
Yes, because, you know, it's like I want to be healthy, and you're trying to block me from being that way by making prices outrageous. And so that's not what you've done. You've tried to make it affordable for, you know, anybody really. And I think that's really great. That's
Thanks.
really a fantastic thing.
Thanks.
So what do you think will happen from here?
Well, dinner? No, honestly. I'm looking into a couple things. I want to do, get into hand sanitizers. That's important to me too.
Oh, yeah,
And,
yes.
You know, like you said, the dish detergents I'm looking into. We were
Good.
actually developing some stuff. I now have brought a chemist in on board behind me because just I want to make sure the pH levels are correct.
When you say pH levels, explain so that the viewers be able to...
there's acidity and there's base.
Right.
And you want to make sure all that's got a balance because if you have, obviously, you have a cut in your hand and you have too much acidity, you're not going to come back and buy my lemon product. In fact, you're probably going to call me and tell me about the acidity.
Right.
But that would harm you. And you know, there's people, cancer patients undergoing chemo.
Okay, that's a good
They
point.
recommend certain pH balances for their skin. I'm not sure how that all works, but I've heard that just for years going around. So you want to make sure that you're in between the acidic and the base. And you want to make sure the levels are safe.
I'm glad you explained that because I really didn't understand that pH
Yeah,
level
because everybody uses that in marketing, like, oh, it has a pH level, and you're like, okay, that's fine, but yeah, what does it mean?
What does that mean? So it's good that you explained exactly, and like you're saying, for those who you know, working with of illnesses that have chemo and stuff like that, need to keep their pH balance at a level, they'll know what is, you know, a product like this will be good for them in their home.
Yeah.
So that's important. That's a good important piece for them to see, that it's something that's you know, that would not harm them. So that's great. So for moving to I was going to ask you about, you said, oh yes, because I've noticed too that some of the companies are beginning to do plant-based hand sanitizers.
Right.
And so how does that work? Is there a balance in that too? But is there alcohol still in it? Or
well, that's what I'm trying to work at. Usually the hand sanitizers are going to have some alcohol in it because it's okay on your skin. And it also helps to dry it. Like you don't want to put this stuff on your hands and not be able to have it dry for 30 minutes.
Right.
You know, people at the same time, alcohol is a little abrasive and drying, so they'll put aloe in it. So I'm working on something right now with some alcohol and some aloe. So, you know, while one side dries out your skin, the other one moisturizes your skin. And then in between, we're going to try to.
So does plants create alcohol? Is what I'm
Well,
trying-
alcohol is from plants. I use sugarcane alcohol. Because if you
Okay.
let sugarcane sit long enough, or even fruits or whatever, it turns into alcohol.
They
and
ferment,
it ferments.
right? Okay,
Correct.
right. So it's a natural
Correct.
process.
But if you ever see like isopropyl in the back of something, that's the rubbing alcohol. It's not from plants. It's manufactured. So I would stay away from that.
Right. So what do you do to keep yourself balanced with all this stuff going on?
Well, what do I do? Let's see.
Besides, have a wonderful friend.
I have my friend has come here. She drove with me. I was like, listen, we're going to the show. We're going to drive to Mamaroneck. She's like, really? So what do I do? I don't know. I love my friends. I love my animals. Yesterday I went to this sort of outdoor thing and hung out with some sheep. It was fun. You know, just I love good healthy foods.
Good.
You know, if I can, you know, chew on a piece of kale 3 times a day, I'm a happy girl.
Okay.
And I don't eat a lot.
Okay.
You know, every once in a while I go off. Last year I went to a yoga retreat
Nice.
up in, what was Massachusetts, kind of up by Canyon Ranch, but it was another place, Kripalu.
Okay. And how long was that for?
It was 5 days.
Okay.
And it was sort of like a health nutrition. I'm not a person who can really sit still easily. I'm very type A, which is why I like peppermint. But, you know, they went over health and nutrition, but they also had yoga, so it kept my mind active, but let my body relax at the same time. So if I can find, you know, learning and relaxation at the same time, I'm a happy girl.
Good. And so did you keep some of those that you learned from the yoga
Absolutely.
retreat? Good.
Absolutely.
And so how? Go ahead.
Go ahead. And I also bought a Fitbit. I'm also asking for a Fitbit for Christmas, the one that reminds you to breathe every once in a while. It actually reminds you to breathe. You're wearing it. It goes, okay, breathe now.
Is it one that you fiddle with your hands though, or just you wear it?
No, you just wear it.
Oh, really?
Oh, I don't
haven't
want.
seen
I don't
those.
want like
nothing.
I don't
like those.
No, I don't want
Yeah.
my emails.
I'm
I don't
sorry,
want anything.
Fitbit, but I'm not into.
No, I don't want my emails. I don't want all that. But it just tells you like every once in a while, you know, get
And
ready
you
for
wear it on
bed.
your wrist.
You wear it on your wrist. And I
Yeah.
guess it knows your heart rate.
Okay.
So it kind of like it.
Oh,
I
so
guess
it'll
it
tell you
can
it's
pick up
time.
if you're stressing
It's
out.
time.
Yeah. And if you're stressing out, it goes, breathe. So that's good.
That's good. That's good.
I haven't gotten it yet, but, you know, hopefully, family, you'll get it for me.
Nice. Very good. All right. So you know that there's points when, you know, you have to just go and relax. And so you do take time for the self.
You have to.
Yes. Because it's all energy. Everything's all energy based. And so as you're creating and producing, your energy's gone in that. So your energy has to be at a certain level to produce something that's a good product that is going to serve many,
Absolutely.
right? Serve
Yeah,
many.
there's that absolutely again. You started it.
I started it. I love that word, absolutely. Absolutely fabulous.
Nice.
So, anything else you would like to share with the viewers?
What's your tell me what you liked about this, and what's your favorite product here?
You know what? I don't really have a favorite. I like them all.
Oh,
I really do.
that works for me.
Yeah, no, I do like them all. And as I said, I do share about the product. I have to say, though, because I was using the lavender spray, but I love the ginger spice.
Okay.
Yes, I love the ginger spice. It's really got this spicy kind of a warm smell to it.
People tell me it's between a gingerbread cookie
Okay.
and ginger ale. Just before you inhale ginger ale, you get that sort of bouquet that just before the bubbles kind of hit.
Right.
Sort of like in between those
It's
two.
really nice and just, and like you said, it's not offensive. It's not
Right.
like this lingering kind of a smell that stays forever. It does its job, and then it just dissipates. It just moves away, which
Yeah.
is really very nice.
Just enough so you get the feel and the
Yeah,
vibe
it's not
of it.
intrusive.
Right.
You know, we're like, I don't want to start talking about other products, but there's some products that it just like, oh, you know, it's supposed to sort of kill a kind of, you know, adversive smell, but that becomes adversive. The spray itself becomes adversive. And so it's like, I don't want to use something like that. I want to use something that I can just bring that nice essence of smell through the area, and then it just leaves. just like so calmly
I
and so
love it.
nicely.
I love it. You know, I was gonna say, nothing covers something natural than something natural. And you know, it's crazy, but in the restroom, people buy these synthetic sprays, and you've got like hot apple pie over here and something else going on over here, and they don't play well together. So if you've ever been in that kind of situation, I know you know what I'm talking about. But these will absolutely cover it because it's natural.
They do,
So it
yeah.
covers and masks it, and they're not opposing each other. So these were,
That's what I like about it. It really just gets rid of any of foul odors.
absolutely.
It just
People
naturally.
and people call and tell me. I had some lady.
It doesn't
tell
create a foul odor.
Yeah, correct. I had some lady tell me that she used the lavender air freshener and she keeps it in her car because she's claustrophobic when she gets stuck in big traffic jams.
Oh,
so she
that's
sprays it
good.
in the car and like
Nice.
tries to like bring it all down.
I've been using it in my car too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was that you?
That was me. No, it wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you actually, but
But I used the ginger spray, the ginger spice spray in the car, and it just makes the car smell so, very nice. Okay, Karen, it's getting close to that time.
well, thanks. I
And
appreciate
so
it.
I really appreciate you coming and sharing your wonderful products, and I wish you the best of everything. And for the viewers, please check the products out. They're friendly to the environment and friendly to you. And so please go to Karen's website and support this wonderful
And email me. You
product.
have any questions? You've got
Yes.
concerns about maybe a product you're using
Give
or
your email address, please,
ingredients or this
Karen.
type of thing? Well, our email is at sales@absolutegreen.biz, B-I-Z, not
Okay.
com,
All right.
biz.
All right,
And
lovely.
it's on the website too. You can go to contact us. And, if you have something on your mind or you've used a product or
Okay.
have an adverse reaction, maybe I can help you out.
All right, thank you. And to the viewers, thank you, Karen. And to the viewers, I want to wish you the very best at this holiday season, whatever you celebrate. I want you to enjoy your families, enjoy yourself, be with yourself, and be with the one, be with God, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, whatever you may call that one to you, whatever is special and dear to you in the form of whatever that divine energy is to you. I want you to enjoy it. And as this is the last show for the year, and as we go into a new year, I'm hoping that you will still support the show. If you're interested in coming on, please let me know. You know how to reach me by now. And I appreciate the support that I've got over the 2 years, just over 2 years now, that I've been on the air. And so I appreciate that. And again, if you're interested in coming on, or if you know anyone that's interested in coming on, you know how to reach me through the LMCTV webpage. I want to thank them and wish everybody in LMCTV the very best for the holidays. And so we're at that time. So to the viewers, moving into the new year, your level of consciousness is the gateway to the future. Thank you.